From the home of the Mariners since 1999, T-Mobile Park here in Seattle. Diamond Dynasty Baseball on tap tonight. It's Seattle going up against Honolulu. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. And today's starting pitcher, Ranger Suarez. And Singy, he's one of the most dominant arms in all of baseball.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
All right, ready to go here. Here's the shortstop at the plate. So a man on base to start the inning.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
The 0-1, runner on the go. Pitch is high. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Just getting started here in Seattle. Runner on the go again. There's a ball. Throw, and they got him. Just off the outside edge.
First pitch strike from the pitcher, but then no panic at all by the hitter. Very patient, showing good discipline. Now he's in the driver's seat with the 3-1 count.
And a base hit right there. So a man aboard now with 1 away. And now it's the switch hitter, Carlos Santana. Runner takes off. Ball outside. Throw, save. Swings through that one for strike 1.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Ball, that's in.
Rodriguez, the runner at second with 1 away. On the ground to the left. Base hit into the outfield. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He scores and they have the lead. 1-0.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. They kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
On the ground, and that's a fair ball. Makes the turn at second, heads for third. And now a wide throw to third.
Now, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance, and that will drop foul.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
And ball 1. Got him swinging. It's a strikeout. Now it's Yordan Alvarez.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Justin Crawford getting ready to hit.
That's the ball.
And a liner out into right center for a base hit. And the tying run is on base.
He tried to jam him inside with the cutter, and he got it in there, but I have a feeling he was sitting on that pitch, that location, because he was all over it. And now a chance to maybe...
But he's safe.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
The 1-2. Runner on the move. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. A little bit high. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Runner goes again. Pitch misses.
That's the ball.
No. Throw. Save. Sets him down looking. That was pretty nasty. So now with 1 away and a man at second. Lau at the plate. Carrying well. On his toes, pulls it back over the wall. Runner tags at second. And a foul ball. Now the 0-1. Ground ball right side. Rafaela. Out number 3.
I wake up and see the sunshine. Thankful for the day, so it's
Top of the second, and now it's William Contreras.
William Contreras.
Swing and a
That's
ground
foul.
ball. And foul ball. Late with the swing there. Suarez, 30 years old now, and he was born in Venezuela. Cracks his bat and pops him up. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play. He was late there. Strike 1. The 0-2. Got him. 2 down. Save down Rafaela, the next to hit. And it's fouled away. 2 down, nobody on. Check swing, but he went too far. 0-2 now. Got him looking for the strikeout. Back at T-Mobile Park, leading off Jorge Soler. And he's the home run leader on this team, Singy.
Man, that pitch was dotted. So much talent on display when this guy's out there on the hill.
And a big swing and a miss. Fights it off. He'll see another. Here's the 0-2. And a base hit up the middle. Man aboard on the leadoff single. Tap foul at the plate. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2. Ball 1
That's
there.
down. That's the ball.
Inside.
No, that's
And it's
inside.
2-2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. 1 out, man at first. Now it's the second baseman. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Out number 2.
No, that's up.
Soler leads off first with 2 down to the inning. base hit. Rodriguez hustles to get it in. Lead runner to second with 2 gone. And now the center fielder, Cedar Rafaela. Got it started a little too early. Strike 1. Missed inside with the curve.
Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch, but it backed up a little bit on him and stayed inside.
Up the middle. That's a base hit. Runner around third. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Back in Seattle, now it's the shortstop, number 86.
Ball.
And the 1-0. Line drive. Reaching for it. Makes the catch.
Now batting for the Phillies, center fielder Julio Rodriguez.
Can't glove it cleanly. Gets off a throw, and they get him. The misplay made it a bit messy, but they cleaned things up for the out. Next is switch hitting first baseman Carlos Santana. Up the middle. That's a base hit. And Pete Alonso with a chance to make an impact with 2 away.
Waste no time there. Everything was on time and fluid in that swing. Got a pitch he could get the barrel on and lined it into center for the knock. Those always feel good.
Out to short, Story. Gets it to first, and that'll do it. Bottom of the inning, stepping in, Justin Crawford.
Boog, here's a note on Yamamoto. He won 3 straight Sawamura Awards, the Japanese equivalent of the Cy Young Award, and the last 3 Pacific League Most Valuable Player Awards, which is the first MVP three-peat since Ichiro Suzuki.
There's a strike. That one missed. On the ground, right side. Throw on to Santana. Leadoff hitter gone in the 3rd. Fouled off left side. The 0-1.
Ball.
That one fouled hard the other way. Got him looking. That's a strikeout. And now it's Brandon Lau. He's 0 for 1. Hammered down the right side, but foul. 2 down, nobody on. Rafaela. And that ends the inning. Back at T-Mobile Park, out of the 4th. Here's Manny Machado.
Here, work.
What a stop. Fires to first. Nicely done for the out.
At the plate for Seattle, left fielder Jordan Alvarez.
Ball inside.
Not close with that one. And that's ball 2. McGonigal. slings to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the 4th. 2 down, base is empty. Here's the catcher, William Contreras.
Ball.
On the ground to the left. And that's just foul. Ground ball up the middle. Story. Over to first. And that is that.
Yo, they say that comeback is stronger than the setback.
Back in Seattle, bottom 4, Kevin McGonigal digs in now. Swinging a foul straight back. The 0-1.
Outside. That's a ball. Ball.
Grounds 1 to short. Leadoff hitter retired in the 4th.
Up next for the Bombers, designated hitter, Jorge Soler.
And that's off
inside
the
ball.
inside edge. And it's 1-0. Ripped, but it curls foul.
That's foul.
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Outside low. Now 2-2. Inside, just missed. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Payoff pitch. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. 3-2. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. The throw in, but he's in there easily.
Man, those are the types of hits where you don't feel any vibration in your hands whatsoever. Such a good feeling. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Man at second. Line drive, that's a base hit. Here comes the runner. Here's the throw. In there safely.
Good extension on that swing. Took the pitch on the outside part of the plate and drove it up the middle. He let it travel just enough. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
That's out number 2. Go ahead run on base. And up to the plate is Will Smith. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Alvarez sprinting after it. And that is the inning. We go to the top of the 5th. Digging in, Lucas Ramirez.
Well, these guys just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. They've been chasing pitches outside the zone all game, and it's led to some frustrating moments. They've been fooled quite a bit today.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Laced into left. That's a base hit. And a good start to the inning.
At the plate for Seattle, second baseman, Rafaela.
Just
No,
missed.
that missed. That's a ball.
Great
No,
take
that's
right
it.
there. Showed some really good discipline. Breaking ball coming in, you see it well, but don't trust that it's going to hang on for a strike. Nice job.
Swing and a miss as he was out front. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Go ahead run at first, nobody out. And we're at the top of the fifth. This one in the air. And there's one away. Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop. 1 for 2. And a foul ball. Into left center for a base hit. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Cutter on the inside edge of the plate. That's a tough pitch to handle, but he seemed to have no problem with it whatsoever.
McGonigal. There's one. What a double play that was. Inning over. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Leading off, Rafaela. Out to short. Slings it across. They get him, but it was pretty close. And that is out of play. Crawford, 22 years old. Usually in center field, but today starting in left. And it's through for a hit. And a man aboard. Here's Trevor Story now.
Well, a nice day off for him, not having to jog out to the outfield. Gets to be in the DH spot. Be curious to see how he keeps himself in a rhythm, not playing defense. He normally does damage on that pitch in that location. Just a swing and a miss there. I don't think you want to throw it again, though.
Here's a 1-1. Runner takes off. Pitch is low. Safe in second, and that was not close. And the go-ahead run is now in scoring position. Yeah, the 2-1 hammered but foul.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
High fly ball, right field. He's got it. Runner tags at second. The relay, and he moves up to third. Now 2 away.
Up next for the Bombers, first baseman, Brandon Lowe.
Tied him up inside with that one.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
2 outs and a runner at third. Last half of inning number 5. Called out on strikes. Back at T-Mobile Park, stepping in, Carlos Santana. In the air to left center, Rafaela on the move to the alley. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 1 pitch and 1 out.
At the plate for Seattle, the designated hitter, Pete Alonso.
That's inside.
Nope.
You can expect this hitter to be looking for something on a tee. He can get up in the air and untie this ball game.
That missed. That's a ball.
All tied up, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Swings through that one.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Hit hard on the ground to short. Tosses across to first. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th. And now it's Manny Machado. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him.
Ball.
And that one ripped to left. And that is that. Well, we go bottom 6. Now the third baseman, Kevin McGonigal. On a line. And that gets down into the gap.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Good job getting the foot down so he could catch it out front and pull it. Turned on it nicely for the knock.
On the ground. The flip. There's one. A sensational double play. Base is empty after the double play. Fernando Tatis Jr. now at the plate.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
That's a ball.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Inside, just missed.
Wood.
Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. He'll touch them all. And they lead it. It's 2-1. That one lifted to left. Alvarez sprinting after it. And makes the grab. And that will end the inning. We go to the top of the 7th. Here's Yordan Alvarez.
A lot of times you're looking for a guy to get that tie-in run on base, but because of the power, you want him to tie up the game with one swing here.
Ball.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
Late that time, and it's strike 2. In there, sets him down on strikes. And that's 4 strikeouts. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Crawford on the move. 2 away down. Lucas Ramirez will hit next.
That's a ball.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. Swings through that.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Popped up to the left into foul ground. And that is that. Back in Seattle. Will Smith to the plate. New pitcher now, Kenley Jansen.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game. You know, this group of hitters doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. Despite having 9 hits in the game, the numbers don't exactly jump off the page in terms of exit velocity. Nearly half have been traveling less than 90 miles per hour off the bat, but they're finding a way to get it done.
The 1-1. And there's a foul ball. The 1-2. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes and one away in the bottom of the 7th.
Yeehaw!
Foul ball there. This one in the air, right field. 2 down. So back to the top of the order. Now the left fielder, Justin Crawford.
That's a really good take right there. Slider down and in. Very difficult to get on the same plane and do anything with.
Out towards right center field, and that's got extra bases written all over it. That is the inning. Back at T-Mobile Park. Here. Felix Bautista on the pitch out of the pen here.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
And that puts the tying run on base. Now a quick throw to first, and he's back in safely.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Just missed. Late swing, foul to the left. Here's a 1-1. Tried to check his swing. Appeal to third. No swing. Just held it back there. The count 2-1. Swings over the top of that one.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. 1 out, man at first. Julio Rodriguez getting ready to hit. Runner on the go. Pitch misses in. And that's a stolen base. Not even close. And the tying run is now in scoring position. A bit behind with that swing. It's strike 1. And now 2-1. In the dirt, and an excellent job keeping it right there. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Coming home. He'll score, and they've tied it. Hung up in a rundown now. Tag out. They cut down the go-ahead run at second.
Ball.
And another ball. 2 down, bases empty, but 1 run across, and we're in the top of the 8th. To the right side, and that chance handled. Fires over to first. That ends the inning. Back in Seattle, ready for the bottom of the 8th. Trevor Story digs in now. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. And the 0-1. And that's fouled off. The 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out. They keep a big threat off the bases. Huge in a tie game like this. 1 out. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. 0-1 down.
That's in. Ball.
All tied up here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Rafaela in plenty of time to first, and that is out number 2. So here's the cleanup hitter, Kevin McGonigal, 1 for 3. In the air to left center. And that's the 3rd out. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's Pete Alonso. So they're making a move for a bat. The bench, Kyle Schwarber. He represents the goal. Run. Pinch hitter coming on. Will Smith. He represents the go-ahead run.
That's inside.
And that one fouled off. Strike on the inside corner.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
Outside. Ball.
2-2 now. That's down and in.
That's a really good take.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play. Now Machado up here. 0 for 3 in this one. And a base hit. So the go-ahead run is on base with a knock.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. And a swing and a miss. Got him swinging for the strikeout. Go-ahead run on base. William Contreras now at the plate. That's inside, and that is ball 1. Tap foul at the plate. And a count 1-2. 2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Swings, and he breaks his bat. To first, and that is that. And we're back. Jorge Soler up at the plate. And that one fouled off. This guy's got good power. With one swing, he can win it for him. Out towards left center. That one gets down for a hit. Leadoff knock puts the winning run on base.
Oh, this has been a really nice game at the plate. Yeah, he looks locked in. Ball right there landed in what called a no man's land meeting.
Here comes the closer here in the ninth, Devin Williams.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Swings through that one. Hit in the air out towards left center field. Pretty well struck. And there's one down. Now it's the second baseman. Yoan. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. And there's a ball. This looks like extra bases. Lays it on a bounce, and it eats him up. Runner around third on his way to the plate. Across is the winning run, and they walk it off and win it 3-2. 3-2 the final score for Chris.